Today's lesson is over discount. So I need you to take out your foldable that is in your math journal already. We already filled out the tax and tip portion of this foldable, and today we're going to fill in the discount portion. So take a second, get that ready. And then we're going to go into the inside of this foldable. You should have the top 4 boxes filled in. If you do not have those filled in already, then you need to go back and watch the tax and tip video. We are focusing on this last section today where it says, what is discount? So you need to write this in. Discount is money that is taken off the price of something or money you are saving. So when you go to the store and it says, oh, it's discounted price, that means it's actually cheaper. Okay, so discount is really very similar to figuring out tax and tip to start with. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. When you look at this question, it says Amy is decorating her house. She found a table at Pier 1. It cost $425, and then the table is on sale for 25% off. We have to figure out the cost of the table. So let's start with our percent proportion. I know that it's going to be 25% off. Okay, so I'm going to put the 25 in the numerator, 100 in the denominator, and then the cost of the table is $425. Okay, so take a second, go ahead and try this proportion. See if you can figure out how much money we will be saving or how much money will be taken off the price of this table. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to explain here that for this one, we're doing the same operations. We're going to cross multiply and then divide by 100 to find our missing part. Okay, so 425 times 25 equals 10,625 divided by 100, and I got $106.25. Okay, so that means the discount, that is the discount. So we'll just go ahead and put D for discount is $106.25. Now, that tells us how much money we're saving. Okay, so if I'm saving that much money, to figure out my final cost, I can look at this word right here, off. When I think of 25% off, that means that we're going to subtract. Okay, so the only difference between discount and tax and tip is that our final step is going to be to subtract instead of add. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that math here. We should have $425. You know what? I'm actually going to type this because I want to talk to you guys about decimal points. Okay, when we have $425, when I'm talking about money, I can put this into a decimal form, which you're actually going to need to do this anyway. It would be called 0.00. And that's important because when we are subtracting decimals, I need to make sure that my decimal points are lined up here. Okay, so I'm going to be subtracting these two numbers. I need to make sure those decimal points are lined up, and they are. Okay, so let's subtract 0 minus 0, or 0 minus 5 I can't do. I can't borrow from this 0, so I have to go all the way over to the 5. That becomes a 4. Okay, this 0 is going to become a 9 because I'm going to have to borrow from it. And this 0 becomes a 10. So now I can do all my subtracting. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. Put your decimal point, bring it straight down. And then I get to 4 minus 6. I cannot do 4 minus 6. Okay, so I'm going to have to borrow again. My 2 goes down to a 1, and my 4 becomes 14. So 14 minus 6 is 8. 1 minus 0 is 1. And then 4 minus 3 is, or 4 minus 1 is 3. So my final cost of that table is going to be $3.18 and $318.75. So this is the final answer because it asks what will it cost. Okay, some questions, just beware, some questions might ask you what is the amount you're saving. And if it asks how much you're saving, that's where you're going to put in your discount amount. But if it asks what is the cost, then you need to do the subtraction step. Okay, and that's all there is to discount. So the first step is setting up your percent proportion, just like you would with tax and tip. And then your second step is going to be to subtract that saving amount. Okay, so what you're going to do next is find this paper that says Finding Sales Tax Tip and Discount. You guys already have this top section done. The first 3 questions you already answered. So now you are just going to go ahead and finish the rest of the page. So you have this section with the table, and then you also have 3 word problems down below. So this time you have 5 questions that you're going to need to answer. You have to answer all of these. Okay, so go ahead and get working on that. Thank you so much.